Welcome to RDT 121 YouTube channel. This is Sharif. I'm working as a professional driving instructor since 2009. We have uploaded few driving videos including mock test videos for different test centers across Sydney, and it has been a while that we have done that. We are now updating some of the test routes and making new videos for different test centers. In the process, today I will show you a test route in Blacktown. I will demonstrate the test route as I will be driving myself. Along the way, I will explain you some of the important road rules and clarify some of the confusion you may encounter while you drive in the area, so that you can prepare to pass your test in first go, hopefully. Before I take you straight to the driving test route, I strongly recommend that you watch the video how to prepare for your driving test on our YouTube channel. I'll put the link on the description box below. In the video, you'll find some of the valuable critical information like
he will suggest what to bring as your complete documents checklist, what to do after arriving at the test center, how to ensure the vehicle is acceptable for the driving test, and what should be your correct mindset while starting the driving test.
When you get into the car, first thing you have to do is you have to show the indicators and brake lights to the examiner. So if you're driving a hybrid car like me and there's a keyless start car, they have to leave the key anywhere in the car and put your seatbelt on. Okay, now you can push this power switch twice to ignition on. 1, 2. Now it says ignition on and not ready to drive. Now you can show the indicator, flash on the right, flash on the left. Also checking the back, right, left, and press the brake. On, off, on, off. That will show the brake lights. After that, when the exit comes and sit next to you, then you have to start the engine. And don't start driving from this position, because if you start driving from here, this is what will happen. The car is making big noise but not moving anywhere. So change back to parking. First thing you have to do is to start the engine. And if you keep pressing this button many times, the car never gonna start. What you have to do, as it says, press brake pedal and push the power switch to start. Okay, so pressing the brake pedal full, then pushing this button once, and here you go, it says ready. That means that now the car has started. Okay, so we're going to start driving. So first thing is indicator, as it's already on to the left. Now changing gear to drive, handbrake is on, automatic. Now before you go, need to check all around, checking right, checking left, pulling out a little bit, and then twisting the steering, turning to left. At the end we'll be turning right. So indicating right from now and keeping close to center, approaching driveway very carefully, checking for the pedestrian and also for the cars. Now this corner is blocking the vision, so I'll be checking around to make sure no one coming. After this red car, no one is there. So pushing halfway out and then look at the direction and completing my turn. Keeping close to center, continuing straight. After turn, I always prefer to check the rear mirror to make sure nobody is slowing down behind me, to make sure my turning has been safe. Okay, now this road is a bit wavy and bent. See, the yellow signs are actually showing the road is curved, so need to go around and try to look far. If my tips is, if the road is wavy, it's curved, always keep the opposite direction. As the road is now going to the right side, keep a little bit to the left side and look far. If you look far, that always helps you to keep stay in your lane. Okay, now continue straight. The direction will be all the way to the end. At the end, turning left. So we are preparing for the left hand. Now keeping close to the right side to be in the center of the lane. When the road is marked like this, always be in the center of the lane. Now indicating left beforehand, don't go here. This is like a driveway. Now this giveaway sign, we're gonna turn left here, coming and stopping in the corner here, checking on the right side. This turn can be tricky. Many times this road is very busy, and in that case you may have to keep waiting. If you have to keep waiting, just keep waiting. And when all the 3 lanes are clear, then you can take the turn. Now most of the time what the learners they do, they take the left lane and completely ignores it says left lane ends, change lane. And if you even you haven't seen that yellow line, you can see the road marking. The road markings are different. This right line is different than the other line on the right side. This line is shorter and frequent, meaning the lane has changing. Now if you come here and then trying to change without seeing the blind spot, that's too late. You might have already caused a dangerous situation if there's a car in the other lane. In that case, you better change the lane beforehand, or you stop there. When it is safe, change your lane. Don't do like this, and don't miss your head check. This is where the learner most of the time they fail just at the beginning of their test. Now after this traffic light will be turning first right, so going through here it became yellow very suddenly. I couldn't stop, so now I'm changing lane, preparing, checking side mirror, blind spot, and then and then changing the lane and entering this turning lane from the beginning. So when I entered this turning lane from the beginning, no head check is required. Now there is no oncoming traffic. It's clear, safe, completing my turn here. Many times the learner, when they turn here, they keep waiting for the oncoming traffic, but don't need to. You have the priority. You must enter first. Whoever exiting from this road has to wait. Now on this road, we have to go over the center like this. Now as no car is parked on the left side, I should come back to the left side like this, continuing straight and expecting anybody coming from other side at any second. So go very slow and safe here, and after the parked car, come back left on the line. Now if we don't need to go over the line, don't go over the line. Now like now this black car is coming, who has the priority? Okay, always as a learner or as being a safe driver, always try to give it to the car that is coming from opposite direction. After the car passes through, we can go in the middle. Okay, now after this car passes through, now we can go in the middle, and we have to use the space like this all the way to the end. At the end we'll be turning left, so indicating left beforehand, and we expect somebody else to enter at the time as we approaching to the intersection. So be careful, be safe, and be observant. Okay, now coming all the way up to the line here, and then we're checking on the right hand side to make sure if somebody coming or not. If somebody coming and you think it's not safe, like this blue car, we need to wait. After this, recheck, no one there, and then complete the turn. And when complete the turn, make sure you stay close to center. This roundabout you're gonna go straight through, so coming close to roundabout and then checking on the right hand side. If no one, we continue going straight through. Next roundabout, continuing straight through again. So all these roundabouts you have to give it to the right side. If nobody approaching from the right hand side, you can go. So the vision on the right is not clear, so come up to the line, then check. If nobody, don't need to completely stop, just continue and stay close to the center again. This road, just continuing straight. It's a bit wavy, don't go to the left here. The straight road is here on the right as it goes to the right side. This crossing, make sure nobody is able to cross. And this crossing is close to the hospital. Many times people cross, so you need to be careful. At this traffic lights, we will be turning left, so indicating left from now. After this last white car, we need to move on to the left lane. Head check is not required because we move immediately after the parked car. And be mindful of the keep clear sign here. So stopping behind the line here. At that keep clear, only 2 cars can fit in this side. If 2 cars are already here, don't come at this side, and don't block the keep clear. If you do so, it will be fail for the test. Now when you waiting here, make sure you stop behind the line. If you see there are 3 lines on the right hand side, and but on the other side there are 2 lines. Why? Because this first line for me to stop, the other 2 lines for the pedestrian. So pedestrian will be crossing in between those 2 lines, and the first line for me to stop. That's why this stop line is not on the other side. So whenever you stop, make sure you stop behind the line. As I can show you in the camera, this is the line, this is my car, and the line is in front of me. So I can still go a bit more. In the camera it shows a bit far, but actually it's not that far, it's very close. Okay, now we're the first car at the traffic lights. When the light becomes green, when I have the green arrow, I need to go through, and when I go through, I have to do a head check on both sides, right and left, then you go. And be careful of the curb on the left, and don't start turning too early, then you might hit the curb. So push a bit more. When you have passed the curb, then you should turn. Okay, now at this traffic light, we're gonna go straight, and we're on the most right lane. This is not the appropriate lane to continue straight. We need to change the lane. So indicator, check rear mirror, side mirror, blind spot, nobody's there. Now changing lane once, changing lane twice. And if you're changing lane twice, same indicator will do, but you have to do the head check twice. So as you're going straight here, why you have to change lane twice? Because all the other 2 lanes are turning right, so you cannot go straight from right turn lane only. How do you know? Look at the road marking on the mirror. If you see between the white van and the blue car, there is a kind of arrow, road marking, that is actually the right arrow. So that this lane on the right and the furthest right lane, both are turning right. This is a safe, good gap, leaving about 1 car gap. Now we can continue straight, following the blue car. When you're driving here, you might feel like the car, on the right side car is coming straight, but in fact they are not, just moving ahead and then turning right to make an appropriate turn. Now this road is 40, high pedestrian activity 40. This is not a crossing, just hump, and be mindful of this blue car is a hazard as indicating. Now this road, you cannot drive more than 40. This is not possible. Too much hazard around. Like all this parked car is blocking the vision, is a hazard. Now at this crossing, this man approaching to the crossing might be a potential pedestrian to cross. He is not, but the other one is, so I need to wait for him. So that's why if somebody is waiting near the crossing, if nobody else is coming, you can go. So if somebody is around the crossing, be mindful and expect them to cross the road. Even though they are waiting there, expect them. So be observant, check, and then you go if it is safe. This traffic light will be turning left, so no head check is required because we moved to the left lane immediately after the parked cars. Indicator went off, I put it on again. I have already crossed the line, so it doesn't matter if the light changed to yellow. I'm continuing and completing my turn, keeping close to center. This road again is bit hazardous, so need to be careful, and the 40 limit is continuing here. See that man was jaywalking, so if we go too fast, he cannot make it. It's really unsafe, and the vision is not much clear ahead. See the road is going uphill. So anytime you have restricted vision less than 5 seconds, you should be slow. You should be slow, like you should have a clear vision of up to 5 seconds. If not so, you must need to slow down. This is another crossing where pedestrian comes very suddenly. You have to check very carefully. This corner is blocking the vision, shaking. Nobody is coming out from the shop there, nobody is coming out from the parking there. Okay, now I can go. Turning right at this traffic light. At this traffic lights, if you get the decision to turn right here, I prefer to stay on the left lane. Left lane also has the opportunity to turn right from there. Why? Because when we turn right here, later on the examiner will ask you to turn left somewhere. So it's better to be on the left lane and take the most left lane. Then you don't have to change the lane. Now as I'm on the right lane and both lanes are turning right, I'll be taking the most right lane. So waiting here, and the light looks like it's gonna be changing soon. It is, yes. Now check right, check left, just to make sure nobody's there, and make sure you take on the most right lane. So the line on the left side should be guiding you. So if you are too much concerned about colliding with the curb here, just take the guidance from the left line. So try to be on the try to be close to the left side of the line. That should take your car smoothly in your lane. Okay, now you might get the decision that second traffic lights you have to turn left. So you can go straight through these traffic lights and be mindful of the road marking, because if you are too much panic and trying to change the lane here, you might go over the line on the left. It's like the grey car just crossed the line. He changed the lane, so if you are not sure, you cannot cross the line there. It can be a fail. Now try indicating left to change lane to the left lane before the traffic lights. Checking the rear mirror, side mirror, blind spot, nobody's there. So without turning, they stay just slightly tilting and moving into the lane. And there are 3 lines. I'm going to stop behind the first line, stop safely and smoothly, and also check the rear mirror as we brake. I prefer to check the rear mirror all the time before brake, just to make sure nobody is rushing behind me to collide. In this light is red, I cannot do much, but if I brake slowly, hopefully the car behind will notice and will also brake slowly. I have a green arrow, I can go check right, check left, and then completing the turn and keeping close to the center. It's a bit gloomy and dark weather. It's good, no problem. If in case it rains, you should know how to put your wiper on. Currently I don't need it, but if I see little drops on the windscreen, so if I want to clean it, just pull up the wiper and clean it, and then that's it. This road is a bit wavy, and don't drift away from the line. Stay close to the line. If not so, if somebody behind you might try to overtake you in that gap, so always try to stay close to center. Even the road becomes wide like this, stay close to center. And you should leave about 1 meter gap from the parked cars. That's the minimum. That is not the maximum. So if you stay close to center, that's better. Now turning left at this intersection, so look at the corner and go into the corner, and watch out this hazard. He's coming really to my car. What a smart choice. Okay, now stopping in this corner here. Notice the hazard has moved away. Nothing on the corner here. And waiting for this SUV is coming fast, so let it go. And then when you turn left here, you can either choose left lane or right lane. Both lanes are yours. You can choose either lane. I'm taking the left lane for now. So if you're not sure, you can choose the left lane. That's fine. If you know that you have to turn right later on, you can choose the right lane straight away. Both are fine. Now continuing straight, this is a marked lane road, 60 road. This is the roundabout coming ahead, the tricky roundabout. And at this roundabout, learners can fail for many different reasons. One of the reasons can be for the traffic light, because suddenly the traffic light might start flashing, and in that case, if it's red, you have to stop behind this line as the sign says. If not, you can just continue straight and go and stop near the dash line here. Now this SUV is blocking the vision as it is come through. Now I can check on the right side, and there are 2 lanes that traffic is actually approaching, so need to check. Okay, I get a good chance because the blue car was blocking the vision, blocking the other cars, so I can go. So taking the left lane and just indicating from now to exit. and if you see the light was red at this moment, you have to stop behind the first line of the 3 lines. Now changing lane to the right, indicating, checking the rear mirror, checking the side mirror, checking the right blind spot, nobody is there, and changing to lane to right. Why? Because I'll be turning right. So if you get the instruction that the next intersection you have to turn right, you can change the lane at the first opportunity. Now staying in the lane, and this road is 60, doing 50, indicate right, entering this turning lane from the beginning, so no head check is required because solid thing is obstructing anybody else. Now when you coming here, nobody is coming from opposite direction, so definitely I should complete my turn. Don't worry about somebody waiting on the right or on the left to go through, because you have the priority and they have the stop sign. How do you know? By looking at the road marking. If not, you can just check the rear mirror and you see the sign, stop sign is for them, not for you. Now going around the bend here, looking far as you can see, this road is a bit tight, bit narrow, so I'm driving a little bit over the center. You may be asked to do a curbside parking here, so doing the curbside parking, indicator and quick head check on the left. If you do immediately after park car, the head check is not required. However, if you move ahead and then moving to the left side, you must do the head check to reduce the risk and to make sure nobody has tried to enter the left before you. Now as I'm doing the parking, slowly came in, make sure I'm aligned with the front car driving seat. When I feel so, I just straightened my nose, and then I have stopped here safely within a curbside without blocking any driveway. Let me check. Yes, this is the curbside, no driveway there, no driveway here, perfectly stopped, perfectly parked. Now first thing is hand brake. You can do it manually. In my car I don't have to do it manually, I can do it, is automatically done. So I just, after doing that, if you do manually, after doing that, just put on park, then the indicator off, and then the exam will ask you to shut down, so shut down. So when these two things are done, when the gear is put on park and the handbrake is on, that is secured. Now the exam will tell you secure your vehicle and shut down. So shut down is this. Alright, now you have to say done. When you have finished your parking, then you have to start again. So first, same thing, you have to press the brake full, push the button, see it's ready, that means now the car has started. First thing is indicator, change the gear to drive, there's a button, push the button, change the gear to drive, the handbrake is automatic, okay, automatically off. Now you're gonna drive. So first thing is checking the rear mirror, making sure nobody's there, checking the side mirror, nobody's there, checking the right blind spot, nobody's there. Then look ahead and keep turning slowly. If the car was too close, I would turn first, then I would do the checking. Okay, now as I'm driving a little bit over the center, going all the way to the end, at the end of the street will be turning right. And when I drive in the middle, I always have my plan ready. If somebody comes, where should I move and how to move and how should I respond to the hazard. Okay, now after coming here, if you have noticed, there were some yellow things on the road surface, so I have bent around that yellow thing. I guess that is to indicate center, and I keep left of the center so that I can position my car correctly, so that if somebody comes, they can enter safely. Now nobody's coming from the right, nobody's coming from the left, just pushing out and to look into the direction and then completing my turn. After, how do you know it is a safe turn? After you have completed the turn, 3 seconds later a car should race to the intersection from the side. That gives the estimate of a safe decision or a safe distance from the other traffic. Now this road is a bit narrow, there is no car park on the left lane, so I'm keeping close to center. That is good enough. Now we'll be turning first left, that is coming ahead, indicating left from now. There is a crossing, but I can see clearly nobody is there, no vision blockout. I don't need to really check around on the both sides to make sure nobody is coming. Now when turning left here, it's staying close to center, that gives me a safe and good distance from the curbside. This road is wavy, so it's going to the right side. Keep a little bit to the left side and try to see through the right window so that you can see the road and can turn safely. Now turning left at this intersection and coming close to the left corner, looking inside and turning in. On this road you'll be asked to do a 3-point turn, so stop and on the left and do a 3-point turn. So doing a head check because there's a big gap after the last park car, and then I'm drifting to the left and looking far to the other cars and aligning with them, and then stopping straight like this. Now this was the first indicator. Now the second indicator is to the right side. Now at this 3-point turn there are 2 indicators fine, one when you move to the left side, one when you're pulling up to the right side, 2 indicators, and there are 6 head checks. Now first head check will be to the right. Before that, when you're doing the 3-point turn, you need to just put the indicator on, nothing, no changes for the gear, no changes for the handbrake. Okay, now turn the steering full to the right side. Before you move, we need to make sure nobody is coming from the opposite direction, nobody on the side mirror, nobody on the blind spot, and then look to the direction on the opposite side and keep going there. Keep going slowly, and when you feel like you are close enough, you can stop. Okay. Now first thing is change the gear to reverse, and then turn the steering full to the left. See the indicator went off, don't worry to put it back on again. Okay, now full lock to the left. Now checking right, checking left of the road, checking straight to the back, and start reversing. When you have start reversing, you can look in the camera, you can look on the side, you can look in the mirror, anywhere you can look, or you can look back and forth in combination. Anything is fine. So if you feel like you have come enough and you can complete your maneuver, you can change the gear to drive. You don't have to really keep reversing all the way. You don't have to keep reversing all the way if the road is wide like this. If the road is narrow, better to keep reversing all the way to make it to be able to complete the turn in one go. Okay, now driving, turning all the way to right side, checking right, checking left, nobody is there. So 6 head checks are completed. Now we're completing the turn and continuing straight. No more indicator. Now at the end, turning left, so left indicator to turn left. It's drizzling a little bit, so you can put the wiper up once to clean this up. Now left turn from the left corner, stopping here, checking the right side. It's clear vision, nobody is coming. The bird is there, but don't be too much panic about the bird, and don't slam on the brake just to save the bird. They know how to respond, so hopefully the bird will fly away as we approach. This looks like a crossing, but it's not a zebra crossing. However, if somebody is crossing the road, if you need to give way, no problem. So you start riding a little bit. Okay, so keep the wiper on. I just put one notch down, and it's in intermittent mode. If I need more, I'll put down more to make it faster. Now at this intersection, we're gonna turn right, so indicate right. This giveaway sign is not belong to you, it's for the side traffic, and this stop sign is belong to you. So you got to go and stop at the line here, not too early behind that. That will be a fail. If you do so, you need to come and stop at the line here.
Watch our short video, How to Deal with a Stop Sign with No Lines. In this video, you will learn how to stop at a stop sign correctly. Incorrect stop at a stop sign is one of the most common fail. Keep watching all the short tips we will upload in the future to learn all the important tricks to pass the test in the first go.
Okay, now after stopping here, you got to wait for 3 seconds, 1001, 2002, 3003. After 3 seconds, if nobody is coming from the right and left and nobody from opposite direction, you can complete your turn. However, if somebody coming from opposite direction and going straight through or turning this way, you must give way to them, and then you should complete your turn. Now at this intersection, the examiner will ask you to continue to the left. In this case, you just go to the left. If you indicate, no problem, but don't slam your brake here to stop to give way somebody. If somebody coming from the right hand side, why? Because you have the priority, and if you look on the right, there's a sign, the triangle sign is showing there is a giveaway sign, and the line on the road surface is showing that they have a giveaway sign. So don't slam on the brake to stop here. If somebody is following you too closely and had to take evasive action for you, can cause you a fail for causing dangerous situation F7. Now keep going around this bend, looking far, so that you know exactly where to go. At the end of this intersection, will be turning left. This is different than the one that we have just explained. This is a T intersection for you, and the road finishes here for you. So when you enter this new road, you have to stop, you have to check, give way. If nothing is coming, you need to complete your turn. And when you turn here, be careful to be on the left side. Very easy to go on the wrong side, and if you turn something like this, that's a clear fail. So don't do that. You must come back. When you turn slowly and stay in your lane. Now continuing straight on this road. It's a bit funny road and wavy, however the line is given, so stick to the line. That will solve your problem. So just stay here. Now this road is going to the right, so cannot see much if you look straight, but if you look here, all the road is visible, so keep looking there and turn. That's the best way, that's the smart way of driving. Now look far and continuing straight. On this road somehow we'll be doing it reverse parking. Okay, now this road is wide, very easy to keep maintaining the space. There's a hazard, but still, as we're keeping close to center, leaving enough room, don't need to really go too much unnecessary, because we already had enough space. So if you have enough space, about 1 meter gap from the hazards and things, don't go more around. Behind this black car, we'll be doing a reverse parking, so indicate left, coming a little bit closer to the left. If you want to do the head check, you can do so, and come and stop next to the car. Stop here. So my method is a set method, an easy method, and a two-stage method, which is very easy to follow. Now at the test, you will be asked to park behind a car, not between the two cars. So this method that I'm going to show is very effective and easy if you can follow. After stopping here, leaving enough gap, like kind of a meter gap, the indicator should be on. The first thing is I change the gear to reverse. The camera turns on. Now before reversing, my set method is I turn the steering half cycle to the left. so half circle. This logo is upside down, the writing is upside down, showing this is half circle, and the yellow lines are showing the potential direction of the car movement. So it's just a little bit angled, not too much. Before reversing, I got to make sure everything is safe. So anybody coming from the front, I have to wait for them. Check the rear mirror, check the front, nobody's coming, check the side mirror, check the right blind spot. In this case, there's a side and side road, so be also mindful of the side road. So if nobody coming, then keep looking to the back and start rolling. When you start rolling, then you can look back in the camera or the mirror to check around. Now in my set method, the red line, the edge of the red line should be touching the gutter, and as soon as it touches the gutter, I'm gonna stop. That's it, I'm gonna stop here. Okay, after stopping, then the second stage is turn all the way to the right side until it locks. Okay, after that we're gonna keep reversing again. We're not gonna make an angle. So like looking to the right side is not that important, but if you do, no problem, no harm. But looking, this means the car is approaching. It's just warning, thinking I'm still going to the direction, but I'm going this direction. Now looking at the back, if you want, you can do so, and you can now compare on the rear mirror and also to the front car. In the rear mirror, just in the rear camera, just to make sure your car is not going over the driveway or over the curb. And with the front car, you need to compare to make sure if the car has become straight or not. In this case, the car has not become straight, and this is perfectly parked. Okay, now if you want, you can straight the steering or leave it like this. Why? Because after completing the parking, when you'll be moving out, you have to turn the steering again to the right. So if you want to keep like this, no problem. So change the gear to park, handbrake is automatic is done. Now I've finished my parking. Finish. After checking the parking, if the exam asks you to pull out and continue, so first thing will be indicator to the right side, push the brake, change gear to drive, handbrake is off, car is ready, already turned to the full lock to right side, easy to move out. Now waiting for the sidecar, but eventually I'll be start looking from this mirror. So rear mirror, side mirror, blind spot. If nobody coming, look straight to the end, and as I'm pulling out, straighten my steering so that I can avoid going to the wrong side. At the end of the street, I'll be turning right, indicating right, keeping close to center all the way to the end. Okay, after stopping here, checking on the right side, checking on the left side, nobody is approaching. If one is approaching, that's too far, I can easily complete the turn. And when you complete the turn, make sure you come a little bit half and then turn so that you avoid going over the line on the middle. This road is marked, and okay, I don't think the wipers, put it off. So this road is marked, and there are two lines on sides, so you keep in the center of the lane. This roundabout you're gonna go straight through, very hard to see, so approach to a line, then check on the right side. If no need to stop, just complete. So always be safe and slow, then be sorry. So as we approach slowly and nicely, expecting somebody to come quickly from the right hand side. But after reaching to the intersection, if you see nobody, you can just go through. Now turning right here, indicating, waiting in the middle, nobody coming from the direction, looking to the direction, and then completing the turn. This road is wavy, hard to see if somebody coming from opposite direction or not due to the parked car on the right hand side. So you have to be slow and try to look far. In this type of road, don't keep driving on the wrong side like this. This is complete wrong side if you look ahead, and that can cause you a fail. All right, I just showed you the mistake. Don't do this at the test. Don't copy me. All right, now continuing straight. Here I'm going a little bit over the center, which is permissible and allowed because I have to maintain about 1 meter gap from the parked car. The 1 meter is the minimum gap. That is more important than the center or the line. Now when I have the chance, I must come back left, turning left at the corner. So looking at the corner, I'm not moving about one car gap on the left side to come to the left corner here. So the head check is not important, but if you move one car gap on the left to change lane or to turn left, you must do the head check before you move. Checking on the right side, these cars are blocked vision, but I can see under the cars no movement, no through the and also through the parked car, no movement. Moving ahead a little bit, final check, no one there, and then completing my turn. So if you are not, the vision is not clear like this, you can also open the window to hear for the noise of the car. If no noise coming, hopefully nobody coming, you can push up, check again finally, and then complete the turn. That's the best way. You're never gonna miss anything if you do that way. Now all the way to the end, at the end will be turning left. Still a little bit drizzling, so you can wipe once. I can now left turn, left corner here, and stopping, checking the right side. The car is there, but it's a bit far, so I can make it. So looking far, following the blue car, maintaining my lane, continuing straight. After turn, you can check the mirror to verify your decision, has it been safe or not. Now this road is 50, even it looks very wide and big, and you may think it's 60, but not, it's 50 only, as it shows on the on the GPS. So if you're not sure the limit, always drive under 50, as I'm doing now, close to 50, like over 45 or so, but not 50. At this roundabout we'll be turning left, so indicate left. Now it shows 50 on the side, on the speed sign. Now approaching to the left corner here like this, checking on the right side, no one there, no need to stop completely, complete the turn, look far, enter close to the line. So again, this road is 50, is big, wide and long road, but it's still 50, be under 50. You will be very much tempted to go over 50 here, but don't do so. If you do, that will be a clear fail. So this is the roundabout where there is no road on the right side, so no need to give it to anybody, just slowly approach and continue, look far, and make sure don't collide with the left, don't collide with the cycle. If you go over the cycle, that will be a clear fail. Straight through this roundabout again. So again, this roundabout, nobody on the right hand side, no need to stop. If somebody approaching from the left side, they have to give it to you, so don't stop for them. So approach slowly in, looking out and exiting close to the center, so we are safe from both sides of the line and also the circle and of the island. This car approaching from the left side is a hazard for me. I just released the accelerator but did not really brake. This crossing, I can clearly see nobody is there, so I don't need to really do the checks on both sides to make sure nobody is coming. And this roundabout going straight through again. Now after coming back, staying close to center so that have a safe gap from the curb on the left. Now continuing straight, staying in the middle of the lane all the way to the end. At the end of the street, I'll be turning left in the traffic lights. So if you have noticed, I have reached 50 and immediately I release and then accelerating again to keep under 50. So if you have digital speedometer like this, be mindful, because the speed is very clearly visible, and don't exceed even by 1 kilometer. Now straying ahead, going straight through, checking on the right side, and then continuing straight. At this traffic light, you'll be turning left, so indicating left. So when you enter this left turn here, if you enter immediately after the park car, you don't need the head check. But if you have moved ahead and changing lane now, you must do head check before you move. Okay, now the arrow is on, the green arrow is on, so no need to completely stop. No need to even do the check as I have done, because you are just following a green light and completing your turn. If you're the first car only, then you have to do the checks. If you keep doing the checking unnecessarily and in the process you have missed the traffic light, and as you've been going through, it turned to yellow or red where you should have stopped and you missed to stop, that will cause you a fail. So if you're not the first car, don't look too much on the side, just focus what you're doing ahead. Now this traffic lights, we're gonna go straight through, so slowing down beforehand and gradually stopping, leaving about 1 safe car gap. Also checking the rear mirror to make sure nobody is following me closely. Continuing straight, following the other cars, leaving about 3 seconds of following gap, not following too closely. So 3 second following gap depend on the speed. Just the book says when the car passes and a sign, you start counting 1001, 2002, 3000, 3003. If you have passed the sign beforehand, you have less than 3 second gap. And my idea is, if you are driving 50, just leave around 4 to 5 cars of gap, that will give you a 3 second gap. If you're driving 60, leave about 5 to 6 cars of gap, that will give you 3 seconds of following gap. Now the traffic are slow, I have to also brake gradually, leaving safe gap in the front and also in the back. In the back I don't have much control, that's why I need to slow down gradually, so the car is forced to slow gradually, not too heavily. This traffic lights will be turning left, so looks like a bit of traffic. So nearly end of the test, going to finish soon. And until you finish the test, don't lose your concentration. Now at this point of intersection, you see there's a road on the left hand side, and it doesn't say keep clear anywhere. So in this case, you're not actually, you don't require to keep this intersection clear. However, if you see the traffic is blocked other side and you cannot make it through, and as a courtesy, if you want to stop here and let the car enter from the side street, you can do so. That is just a courtesy, not a rule. On the other hand, if it says keep clear, or it's a give a sign or any sign for you, you must stop here. Like now, as I have the opportunity to continue, I can continue. If I would stop, the car would be very happy, but the car behind might not be happy sometime. So depend on the situation. But the car behind actually let this car came in, which is a good thing to do. Now this traffic light is turning left, indicating left, entering to the turning lane from the beginning. No green arrow. I don't need to wait for the green arrow. As long as it was green, I can copy the run. As I was very close and light suddenly changed to yellow, I couldn't stop, so it's okay to continue. And if you have noticed, the car behind me also came through, so slamming on the brake would have been very dangerous. So don't slam on the brake if the light turns to yellow. If you can stop safely, you must. Okay, now we're going back to the center, indicating right, staying close to the center, coming half of the intersection, looking to the direction, and now completing the turn. Now this guy saw me, and he wanted to stop and waiting for me, so he did, and I have completed my turn. And now gonna park any here on the side, and then we're gonna finish the test. Choose any of these, and it doesn't have to be perfect. However, when you pass the line, make sure you can keep watching the line and enter close to it. When you see the car has become almost straight, then you can start the steering and keep going straight, remaining until the tire hit that stopper to stop. Now after that, you can complete the park. Put on park, handbrake on, and then shut down the engine. Okay, so if some stopper like this facing the tire and you're gonna hit the thing, it's not a fail. Don't worry about that. Okay, now that's the end of the test out. Now when I'm making the videos, in this 25 minutes or half an hour video, I cannot cover all the situation. Driving is definitely a vast thing, and many things might happen during your drive, which only you encounter as you drive. During my drive, whatever I'm facing, I'm just trying to explain that. However, different situation comes in different times, in different zones. I am making videos for different areas, so if you have the chance, you can watch the other videos that will give you some idea of different scenario in different situation. So Blacktown is one of the very popular and busy center in terms of test. There are lots of examiners doing the test every day, and lots of students who are actually doing the test every day. This place is also very popular for me. I get many calls for this center for doing the intensive course, which is actually mock test and a rectification lesson, which is very popular for this area. So yeah, keep watching the videos and practice the things that I have suggested. Hopefully you'll get ready for the test soon. Here you go. That is the end of our video demonstration today, and I hope you have found it enjoyable and helpful. I'll see you on our next video, and keep driving safe, and see you again.
If you like to book your driving lesson or mock test with Sharif, you can reach him directly by texting on 0413203523. More information can be found in the description box below. If you have enjoyed the tutorial, please subscribe to our RDT121 channel to get more amazing videos in the future. Please let us know what you would like to see more of. Stay tuned for all new videos on our channel.